Okay, so let me do this. Okay, all right. So I'll be presenting, giving you some info on becoming a reseller at NYCB. But really, in a nutshell, NYCB is about promoting our app. If you become a reseller, you will have to promote our app, whether it's offline or online. We are looking at least you spending 10 hours a week. It can be, it can be less, can definitely be more, but we would say this is the minimum really to start earning money. Next is about really following up students. We don't just sell the app. We want to follow up with the people who buy the app. So when you're the person who sell the app, you've got to, once in a while, just check on the students, to check on the improvements. It doesn't mean really giving a lesson. It really just ask if they have any difficulty with the app. Maybe just even have a coffee if they're in the same city, and try to speak a little bit of English. Just really be close to the people you're selling the app to. And last is really you've got to be okay to be paid on performance. We are in today. I mean, NYCB is very much about entrepreneurship. So we give you all the tools, all the things you need to succeed. Um, and that means that if you work well, you get paid very well. That's the whole idea. So NYCB is a distribution company of the app NYC English. Okay, so only resellers can sell NYC English. NYC English cannot be bought on the website NYC English. There's no basically we don't on the website sell NYC English. People, if they want to have this app, they must go through the NYCB reseller network. The app NYC English is can be downloaded on the App Store and on Google Play, Android, and is all about learning English fast. Okay, so this company was created 3 years ago by Mark Emerson. I guess many of you have already watched the 6-minute video. If you haven't, I'll include this into the next email that you'll receive from us. But yes, Mark basically created that app over 3 years ago, and has been serving the whole company has been serving governments, schools, and businesses everywhere in the world. So you can find NYC English software in thousands of schools worldwide. That is from Indonesia and Mexico and Thailand and Colombia. I mean, there's many countries where governments bought the software. Now we've decided a few months ago with Mark to distribute the app uh, to the public, to people who are looking at learning English independently at home. They might also have an English teacher, taking some course a few hours a week and looking at maybe getting some extra support, or at least when they're not next to the teacher, they can um, keep learning, maybe before going to bed, or when they have some time available. So that's really all about freedom and e-learning. So 2 billion people have been are today every day learning English. 2 billion people, and a bit less than a billion is already speaking English. So the market is really huge. If you're looking at Facebook, if you're looking on the internet as a whole, 90% of the internet is in English. And about Facebook, you've got thousands and thousands of groups of people looking at content to learn English. You also have on YouTube thousands of videos trying to basically help out people who want to learn English. Um, on Instagram, you got thousands of teachers having a lot of followers and giving out some very limited but good teaching. So we see it's really called a mega trend. A lot of people are looking at learning English through their computer, through their phone, through their tablet. So NYC English has three different levels: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And by the way, when you're a reseller and talking with a prospect, you'll be able to send them some tests to know where they're at. But you can also, yourself, by talking with a person, estimate whether they need to start from beginner or intermediate or advanced. But this is basically the three main options. Each levels have 30 themes. Okay, so total we have 90 themes, and each themes have 8 to 12 videos or pre-quiz or tests, pre-test, all kind of exercises to make sure that the student is on course. So when it comes to pricing, it was very important for us to get the pricing right. So we've looked at a matrix, this kind of matrix, where obviously when you want to learn a language, you're looking at price and results. You want basically to be as obviously as cheap as possible, but with the maximum results. So being optimum is really being on the top left of the quadrant. Um, and obviously you don't want to go on the right bottom of the quadrant where the results are low and it costs a lot of money. So when you look at YouTube, which is it's a big thing actually for a lot of people, they're using YouTube to learn English, trying to watch courses, um, video courses. Well, we found that it's definitely it's free, but the results are very limited. You don't have any interactivity. Nobody's checking if you're saying things properly. If you don't hear or understand what they say, um, very often there's no transcript of what's being said. So the results are extremely limited. Now, next one would be a class, learning in a classroom like this one. We've all been to school and we know that learning a language in a classroom is actually a big challenge for teachers, especially when the classroom are large. So when you place this in the quadrant, schools are not placed very well. The results are very limited. Actually, 10% only of the people who learn in the classroom actually learn the language. That's a stat that is extremely telling, really, on the efficiency of a classroom teaching. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't learn anything in the classroom, but in terms of results, studies have shown that it's extremely limited. In terms of cost, it obviously depends on which country you're in, but there are some very expensive schools, private schools, where you can learn English in a classroom. Let's say here in Asia, you've got uh, expensive schools and they're all in classrooms. So, not really ideal. Now, here's the ideal solution: being able to travel for a year in New York, London, or anywhere. So you basically are looking at a very high results, obviously. If you spend a year abroad and surrounded with English speakers, that's great. But it costs a lot of money and it takes a lot of time as well. So this is it's ideal in a way that you've got really good results, um, but it's not that ideal in terms of pricing because most people can't afford to go in London or in New York. I mean, I'm not even talking about visa issues, but just the price of going there. So this is a third option that most can't afford. Now we're looking at people using e-learning and it like this woman on the iPad. We know that this is a big trend. More and more people are using an iPad, and we feel that NYC English um, is the best option next to flying to London for a year. Is very cost effective. Sorry, it's very good results, but very high in price. Well, in terms of results, we're seeing very good results with NYC English, and in terms of price, it's obviously not free, but it's fraction, very, very little fraction of the cost of a trip, of 1 year trip in London, for example. So here are the prices. You'll see that we've divided in levels. So you may want just one level, either beginner or intermediate or advanced. In that case, if you just take one level, it costs you 130 US dollar. For two levels and three levels, uh, you have 260 and 390. Now the big difference, obviously, is the access, which is 3 months for one level, but 12 months, 9 months plus three free for three levels. So the biggest market are beginners, and we would, obviously give most value to the beginner who's taking 1 year full course with us. It's 390 US dollar. So that makes the price very, very affordable to most other options. And one full year, you've got beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Plus, as I said earlier, when you are a reseller, you've got to be kind of the sponsor, the guy who's who's looking after the student. So it's this is what we feel has the most value, kind of a combination with uh, of a bit of everything, and a lot of freedom, where you can learn anywhere you want, at your own pace. So that's the offering. Now, for you as a reseller, I guess you've logged in today, to know more on how, what's in it for me, right? So you've got three, actually four ways, but I will be focusing on three ways for you to earn with us. So the very first way is to find customers. Um, you you might or might not be, in the education world, but if you look around you, there's a lot of people, as I said, over 2 billion learning English or trying to learn English, and we are looking at resellers to give visibility, to reach out to people who have an issue, which is they want to learn English to maybe improve their lives, to get more opportunities, to, just improve their lives, right? And finding customers through people is for us really the way to go. So the only way someone can buy NYC English really is through a reseller. So as a reseller in your own market, whether you're in Spain, in France, in Malaysia, in Japan, in Mexico, you've got people around you who are looking for solutions to learn English. We provide a training on how to find customers, but if you just look at your immediate environment, you might also have people who are looking at ways to learn English. So we pay you for that. If you find a customer who wants to buy NYC English app, you get what we call retail bonus. And so how does it work? Basically, as I said earlier, the retail price is 130 for one level. But when you're a reseller, you get access to wholesale prices. You get it cheaper. So you actually make a profit of, if it's one level, $30 all the way to $90 if you sell three levels. This is a very, straightforward approach. You sell something, so the access to the app, and based on what you sell, the margin is different. So you get the app for $300 and you sell it at $390, making $90 profit in your pocket. So just looking at, give you some ideas of people who are resellers. If you look for people online or offline, you get so many people. I mean, really, literally hundreds of thousands of people around you who might be interested in using NYC English. So, looking at making two sales per week at $90 per sale as margin, as commission, you would be making $720 per month. That's on two sales per week. Now you can make way more sales per week. We've got people making 10 or 15 sales a week. Um, Again, we're looking at an online business, so you're not even restricted to your direct environment. You've got the whole web out there who basically uh, with people who are looking for solutions to learn English. So the $90 per sale is for a 3-level course, and selling two courses like that per week is really achievable, especially when you get our trainings and you know exactly how to do that. So you would make with as a retail bonus $720 per month, and that can be really the only way for you to earn. You don't have to do anything else. You basically become a reseller, and just anytime you've got an opportunity to present the app, to promote the app, then you make money when they buy through your link. Because when you're a reseller, you got a special link that you can send those people to, and they just buy online, and we basically register the sale, and you've got this into your dashboard, and you can then request your commission to be sent out to your bank account or to your PayPal. So this is just like one example how you can earn money with us with a retail bonus. Now, the second way you can earn money is through what we call the direct bonus. And the direct bonus is about really just finding other resellers like you. So if you're an English teacher and you have colleagues, or you know people not even in your country, in other country, who might be interested in doing the same, that is, becoming a reseller, like doing this, then we reward you for that as well. Um, we want to basically reward work, and if you are giving us an opportunity to get more resellers, you should be rewarded for that. This should not just come for free. Okay, we believe very much in the network aspect of business. If you sell our app, you should be rewarded. But if you find other people who can sell our app, you should also be rewarded. We feel this is the right way to do. So if, for example, someone you've found who wants to become a reseller starts selling, okay, so that person is selling as well, you're getting a 10% commission on the wholesale price. Okay, so let's say that person is selling a 300 US dollar course, and they sell it like every week. You would get each time $30 as your direct bonus. So let's give you an example. If you find two people who become resellers, and those two people like you can do 2 sales per week, that means you basically they would generate, and we give the example of $300 per sale. So $300 per sale, and you got 2 sales per week, that's 600, but you got 2 resellers, that's 1,200. So each week, basically, the revenues, the sales, total sales from your resellers would be $1,200. Because you make 10% each week of whatever they make, you would earn 120 per week or 480 per month. And that's your direct bonus. This is for us a thank you to say you found those resellers. Maybe actually you've helped them, you've trained them. So we reward you and we help you by giving some extra commission. And that's the direct bonus. Now, there's a third one. You can actually stop here. You can stop at being a reseller, okay? You can stop at finding a few resellers. But you can go even further. And this is number 3. The third is basically building teams, and we call it the network bonus. So the network bonus is you finding some resellers, but helping those resellers also finding resellers. That is a way for us to say thank you again for building teams. Just not stopping at selling the app, not stopping at finding resellers, but helping out, show the way to just those people to do the same, which is selling the app or finding resellers. So the network bonus is this. Let's say you have 2 teams, because that's work basically, it's a binary system, works on 2 teams. team A and team B. So in team A, you might have one or two resellers of yours, but that person might also have found people. So it grows, okay? Team A is not just fixed, it grows over time. Um, and you choose whether you want to put them in team A or team B. If you have someone else coming in, you can place them in the teams you want. But these are your teams, okay? In this example, team A and team B. Now, let's say that team A in one given week generates altogether $10,000 and $15,000 for the other team. That basically means that um, if you earn basically 10% on the weak team, okay, 10% is earned on your weak team. So in the case here of $12,000, you would earn 10% of those $12,000. Okay, all right. So just to give you an example, let's say you got 20 resellers in team A, 20 resellers in team A, and each reseller selling, making two sales a week, so $600 of sales each week. You basically, check that. You basically $600 per reseller means that you're making $12,000 per week in revenues. That's the money you're making in revenues. Okay. If you do this, because it's $12,000 a week, you would make 10% of those $12,000 a week. That's 1,200. Okay. So because you've helped building teams, the team generated altogether $12,000 a week. You make 10% of that, which earns you $4,800 per month. That's what you earn from the network bonus. Okay? So you don't have to do this, by the way. If you just want to be promoting the app and just be a simple reseller, you can. If you just want to find one or two resellers and just step there, you can. But if you want to earn more and get a real real serious income from this, I mean, it comes at this time at this level, you basically got a full time income. But that's basically how it works. Okay, you've decided you have the whole freedom to be whether a wholesaler, sorry, a reseller, um, or finding resellers, or basically helping building teams. That's basically for you to choose. Now there's a fourth bonus. I'm not going to really get into this, but it's all about, it's called matching bonus, and it's about building leaders. So don't I don't want to confuse you too much on this. So this matching bonus, I'll make some extra videos to explain, because it's a little bit more complicated. But in very in a nutshell, you're getting rewarded for getting people for becoming you're getting rewarded for resellers to become leaders. That means they've built teams, they grew their teams through your help. It's important that you work in teams in that case if you want to start getting matching bonuses. But again, I don't want to get too much into details here. So that's how you can earn with NYCB. Um, to get started, it's very simple. You need to get a reseller license. Okay, so we've tried to make this reseller license as affordable as possible. It's $30. Okay, that's one way also to filter out anyone who's not serious. We only want to work with people who believe, who who not believe, but who have a clear idea of what they want to do. They want to become resellers. They have at least 10 hours a week to put into the work. So that's one thing, one filter. Then you can get the wholesale rates. When you have this reseller license, you access the wholesale rate, meaning that you can start earning retail bonuses right away. We also give you access to a virtual office, so you can track anyone who, let's say, make an order, whether it's in your team A or team B. So you've got this reseller link and this shop link. Okay, if you got a customer who wants to buy the app, you just send them that specific link and they will buy it. if they buy through this link, you will know that the system will know it's from you, and you'll get rewarded. We don't give out any link to customers, so you basically are safe. You won't get squeezed by someone else. Links are unique, so you can't. If you talk to someone, they can't go online and find another place to buy it. This doesn't work this way. Okay, so you've got a unique reseller link. That is, if you want to recruit new resellers, this link you can use it. And then you got a unique shop link which allow you to sell online to anyone, not necessarily in your city or even your country, but anywhere on the internet. Now we also include a 7-day video training, and that 7-day video training shows you how to find customers. If you don't have much people in your area, in your market, you can sell this to, then we show you how to use Facebook or Instagram or any social media to do that. And you receive one per day, with one time per day, an email with a video inside on basically me explaining you how this works, how you can basically use Instagram every day, 50 minutes a day, to generate requests from people who want to learn English or people who want to make extra money and become resellers. Okay, so this is basically um, what you should be doing now. If you're interested, if you want to go and move forward, you should get this license as quickly as possible. We actually are thinking of increasing the license fee to $50 or even $90. So if you think that you'll be a good reseller and there's a good fit with us, then please just get the link from whoever invited you to that webinar. Maybe it's me or maybe it's someone else, but use that link and just register, use PayPal or bank transfer. And once you do this, then you get access to the trainings, and basically you can start earning money right away. So um, that's this is it basically. Let me just get back to live.